First conference game, thought our guys came out with a really good focus, especially when you think about the team that we were going against within the Princeton offense, having to adjust what you do defensively because of what they like to take advantage of. I thought our guys did a good job 2 days prepping for it, and it showed carryover. I thought we did a great job taking away their backdoor cuts. I think the only one we gave up was against Alex late in the second half. And then the other thing I thought was huge was defending the three-point line. And I think in the first half they were like 2 for something. So I thought we did a good job there. And then, again, we played aggressively on the offensive end of the floor, and we were unselfish and made shots. So happy with the win. And now just getting ready for our next opponents.
I was to say, too, I mean, I know you prepare for this type of offense a lot, and it's one thing to prepare and it's another thing to face it and then execute it.
Yeah.
Execute it fairly well, other than maybe late, but yet, subs in. What does that say about this group to do it? Because I know that isn't always the easiest thing to do.
Again, it's not. I think the best thing you do is you break their system up into pieces. I don't think you can guard it when you're preparing for it as a whole, because they do so much out of it and look for so many things out of it. And I thought, again, our guys did a good job just in the sense of understanding what we wanted to take away. We couldn't take away everything, but what we wanted to take away was back cuts and three-point shots. And I thought they did a great job focusing on that and continuing to encourage each other within the huddles about, staying between them and the basket and defending the three-point line.
With Lou out and a couple of bigger guys in foul trouble, it seemed like Alex and Andrew were 2 guys who really stepped up tonight. Was it nice to see them kind of do that with a couple holes to fill in?
Again, I mean, I think that's the best part about this group. We got numbers, and I was actually happy with Andrew. I've been trying to figure out how to get him in there a little bit more because of what he brings to the table with his athleticism and his ability to move his feet and finish around the rim. Thought that was a good showing by him. And then Alex, just playing more minutes. I mean, stepping up in the sense of being out there a little bit longer because of not having Lou. And even Mo, was trying to get him out there a little bit more as well, but he had a setback with his shin. But again, the best part about looking at the stat sheet was the balance in our scoring.
Well, how much does that help to get Alex back out there? I know since the concussion he certainly played bad. I know against USC maybe wasn't his best thing. He even said maybe some rust, but to get him kind of back into that more of a rhythm that he was earlier in the season, how big can that be as we get into conference?
Well, that was kind of my thought or our thought as a staff. Even with Lou going out, it wasn't necessarily, again, I've always talked about, we don't really have starters, but I thought this would be a good game for him to really get back into form because of the concussion. And I thought he did a heck of a job, not only shooting the basketball, he put it on the floor a few times and was aggressive and made the extra pass. But I thought he defended well outside of that back cut. I thought he defended well. But again, overall, I thought it was a good team effort that helped us come away with the victory.
Do you know what Lou and Mo's statuses will be going forward?
Mo was more just re-aggravated. I would hope he'll be back for our next game against UNLV. Lou, day-to-day, with the ankle. He's still in the boot, still icing, rehabbing, and all that type of stuff. But, again, when the biggest thing when those guys are out is just paying attention when we're in practice. Even though they're not playing, they should still know the game plan and be a cheerleader and in a sense, an extra coach on the bench, helping our guys out when they're on the floor.
Go back to Vegas. I know you're going to a different arena and it's a conference game. Any thoughts of that? I mean, I'm sure you were just focused on this game, but any early thoughts on UNLV?
To be honest with you, I haven't seen them play. Probably like any other coach in the country, when the game's over, you look at other scores. So that's all I pretty much know about Vegas. Outside of, I know a lot of guys left last year, new coach, Coach Menzie, and just scores. So now, you know, I'm always a what's in front of me type guy. Now that this is over, it's moving on. So I'll probably watch a little bit tonight, watch a little bit tomorrow before practice, and, you know, be ready to give our guys something to get ready for that game.
You guys talk a lot about the offense kind of coming from the defensive stops, and they didn't shoot very well first half, but they had a whole lot of offensive rebounds. Did that make it a little difficult to push the tempo?
That was one of the things we kept hitting in the huddle was the the offensive rebounds. I thought at some point we were just looking at it and going to try to grab the ball rather than our habits, in a sense of when the shot goes up, find your man, hit him, and then go get the basketball, and then have a gang rebound mentality. But I thought they did a good job of just going to the glass and giving themselves extra opportunities. But, you know, something to build on, something to continue to harp on as we practice and get prepared. So, you know, you walk away excited about, you know, the win, but always trying to figure out what we can continue to do to get better as we proceed in conference play.
And, congratulations. You shot the ball well, defended it well. I know, you know, there's always things we can improve, but this is about as good of a start you could hope for conference play with a game like this.
I would say so. Like you said, we would like to finish a little bit stronger on the back end of it, but overall great team effort. I think we came out definitely focused and ready to play and guard the Princeton action that they showed to us. So we were definitely ready for tonight.
I know you played well. A lot of your production came in the first half. Really kind of seemed to give the team a spark. Just the opportunities there. Did it just kind of unfold that way? Did you think you'd get off to a start like you did?
Just coach telling me to try to be more aggressive with everything I do, defensively and offensively. Just make sure I have that aggression and that edge to me. So I definitely tried to show that a little bit more tonight. And he said to make sure I try to get to the free throw line more and have that confidence to go up, step up, and knock them in.
Alex, looks like you caught fire in the second half there with Blue out tonight. Did you know you might have to do a little bit more of the scoring there?
I don't know. That wasn't really my mindset. I just came out to play. I don't know. I was just did whatever I had to do to help the team win. So that wasn't really my thought process at all.
I know against USC, maybe didn't have a game you would probably go for. Did it just feel good to come out and, you know, you play a lot of really good games throughout the season to kind of get back in rhythm and in a groove because you seem like you were pretty sharp tonight.
Right. Yeah, I kind of struggled that for a couple of games after my concussion. So definitely felt good coming out, being able to make plays and, you know, kind of get back into that rhythm again that I had to start the season.
Was the impression that I hurt you to get back? Were you just kind of rusty, or what do you think you kind of?
I don't know. Maybe a little rust. Just not being as aggressive as I should be. You know, a little cautious maybe.
Andrew, I think this is the most points you've had this year, but it seems like you were getting involved a lot on the defensive end at first with, you know, a couple blocks and steals. Did that kind of ease you in a little bit to get involved on that end of the floor?
Yeah, it did, because coach is always telling us to pride ourselves on defense. So when I check into the game, he just says bring energy and bring defensive effort. So defense creates offense. So I figured by getting stops, I eventually get points.
I mean, I know that, you know, the game was was well in hand, but to do this in conference play, I mean, sure, you take it in any game, but to do it in conference play, how much does that mean to you, and maybe means for your confidence, you know, moving ahead into conference play?
I mean, it means a lot since this is the most important season within the season that we have. So I figured just coming out, we all played good to start the first game, and I think that me playing good to start the first game too will give me a good tempo with the rest of the games.
Fun seeing him getting involved so much above the rim with us.
It definitely is. He's a guy that we know is definitely athletic and explosive, so I always look for him to play above the rim, and not only that, but defensively, go up and be able to affect some shots, just have that edge to him. I think he came out, had steals, sprinted back, and stopped him from getting an easy transition shot, so definitely good for him, and, you know, proud of him, you know, come off the redshirt year and be able to put up the production that he has so far.
So is it hard without Lou and Mo in there in that rotation? I mean, a lot more minutes for a lot of you guys, and granted, you subbed out late in the game. Was that hard, or was that big of a deal for you and the rest of the guards?
I mean, I was out for a while, so I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty tired during the last part of the game. I mean, that's just how it's gonna be. Sometimes people will get, hurt during the season, and it's just the nature of the game. So we just gotta be ready for that.
You guys talk a lot about the offense kind of coming from the defensive end. It seemed like they had a ton of offensive rebounds in the first half. Was that kind of challenging to get the offense going with them doing that?
Yeah, I think it was. We were going back to huddles, and I think at one point they had like 10 or 11 offensive rebounds in the first half, and it was something that we definitely tried to key in on because we were defending their actions pretty well and then making them miss a couple shots, but they were getting all those second chance opportunities, which I think was hurting us in the first half. And then I think we tried to bear down a little bit on it, a little bit better in the second half, and it helped us a lot.
Guys, go back to Vegas again. I mean, I know it's a different arena, but I mean, just your thoughts of going back, and I think it's been 15 years since the Wyoming teams won in Vegas, at least against UNLVs. I don't know if you knew that or care about that, but just what's your thoughts going back to Vegas and facing UNLV in a place that's been tough to win, at least against them?
I mean, I think we have enough confidence within our team that we can, beat anybody that we play. So it's not really, we don't really think about that. We take one game at a time, and I think we can beat every opponent that we play. So I think that's pretty much our mindset coming in every game.
How much do you guys view this conference as almost starting with a clean slate with a new record?
That's definitely how we view it. Coach talked to us that it was 0-0 coming in. Not to disregard what you did in the non-conference season, but this is where we got to really bear down, and it's good to start with the 1-0.